Looking to grow your business? Before you decide on how you're going to do it and who to work with, the first step is to think about your target customers. Who are Scotland's target markets? What do they want and where can you reach them? Take your time to identify the right audience and you'll increase your chances of getting more bookings and more value from each customer. This video gives you just a taste of Scotland's target markets before we look at your first steps into the travel distribution market in the next videos. Check out our Business Support Hub website for much more in-depth analysis of customers and how you can adapt your product and marketing to meet their expectations. We'll briefly cover who should you target, where do they look and book, and how can you start to make a plan for your business. Let's dive in. So, who should you target? In 2023, Scotland's top 5 markets by visit were the UK, the US, Germany, France and the Netherlands. But the right answer needs a lot more research. It depends on where in Scotland you are and what other tourism experiences there are in your area. This will mean you're more likely to be of interest and appeal to a certain market. Looking at the general picture, on average, UK visitors usually take less time to plan and book their trips. They stay for around 3 nights and spend just over £250. International visitors plan much further in advance. They stay for an average of 9 nights and spend around £900 per trip. Interests vary across markets, age groups and customer profiles. Dive into our support articles on the website to learn more about everything from Chinese visitors to Gaelic language. Across all of the markets, we see a similar pattern when it comes to the customer journey. The need for a holiday arrives. This could be an annual experience, there could be a special occasion, or it could be a lifelong dream to visit a country. The customer is inspired by a type of holiday or a specific destination. Then they start researching and decide what country they will visit. Ultimately, they move into planning and booking their trip. The customer journey can take place over a number of months and isn't always step by step. A customer can go from inspiration to research to planning, back to research, and then get swayed by a new idea. This could cause them to change an earlier decision and pick a different destination. This could also mean they're using different sources for different parts of the trip: accommodation, experiences, food and drink, and transport. But how does a customer decide where to go for information when they're planning and booking? There can be lots of factors, but one key difference can be whether it's their first visit to Scotland or they've been here before. A first-time visitor is less familiar with Scotland and needs more information and advice. They would be more likely to use a travel agent, advisor or tour operator, or plan or package their trip. A repeat visitor to Scotland knows more and might be comfortable making their own choices. Their loyalty to Scotland increases with each visit, so they would be more likely to book directly or browse options on an online marketplace, price comparison or travel agent site. Looking at each market by country, visitors from Scotland are more likely to be repeat visitors and familiar with the area they are visiting. Visitors from the rest of the UK can be either. Knowledge of Scotland can be varied around the UK, so they may need more support to make their choice. Visitors from Europe, such as Germany, can become loyal and develop their familiarity, meaning they need less advice. Visitors from the US could be planning the trip of a lifetime to explore their ancestry and want a package deal booked by an expert. There isn't a one-size-fits-all for any market, but by reading the latest insights and our business support advice, we can help you to see what might work best for you and your business, and what route to explore in travel distribution. With our travel distribution video series, we'll walk you through what travel distribution is and the benefits and differences to selling directly to customers, how to review your pricing strategy for selling through a partner, how to prepare a pitch presentation for your first partner meeting, how to find and connect to a travel distribution partner. Plus, we've got more information on the Business Support Hub on customer profiles, online booking systems, and delivering a quality experience.